What's up, creators? It's Curtis, and in this quick video, I'm going to show you how to sell digital products on Etsy with MyDesigns. This is a beginner-friendly video, and the idea here is to slow things down, show you a step-by-step process of how to basically take some files and sell them on Etsy through MyDesigns, do it all in bulk, take advantage of some of our AI features for generating your listing data in bulk, of course our bulk mockups generator, and again, bulk publishing. So we're really in the business of saving you time and lots of it, all while maximizing your production. So with that being said, let's jump right into it. All right, so this is about an 8-step process. I'm going to keep it as simple as possible. We're not going to go into any of the advanced features. We'll keep it really simple. That way it's easy to follow along. And as you learn this and you do it a few times, you'll get the idea and you'll understand the flow here. So it'll become easier and easier for you to take advantage of MyDesigns for selling digital products. And you can sell print-on-demand products too. But in this video, we're focusing on digital products. So step one is basically signing up for a Pro or Pro Plus plan. So over here on the pricings page, you'll see the two different options we have. We got Pro or Pro Plus. To sell digital products through MyDesigns, you have to have either a Pro or Pro Plus account, and it's more than worth it. I highly recommend you sign up. And we do have a 7-day money-back guarantee, so if you're not satisfied, you can get refunded within 7 days. But with that being said, let's jump right into it. I'm already logged into an account because I'm already signed up. So I'm going to go over to the app, and this is just a demo account, so there's no data here. So I'm going to go over to listings. It's the first place. Actually, the first thing we need to do if you're a new user is you need to connect your Etsy shop. So you want to go down to settings and go to shops, as you can see here. So click that. And you can see that I already have my shop selected. But if you're a new user, what you need to do is make sure you're logged into your Etsy shop in another tab, just like I am here. Basically the Etsy shop that you want to connect to MyDesigns. Then come back over to your Etsy shop settings in MyDesigns. Click the connect Etsy shop here. And what that'll do, I already have my shop connected, but what that'll do is it'll pull up basically an approval box. We'll show you all the permissions we need. You approve it, it'll show your shop here, and then you click connect shop. So that's all it takes. It's really 2 clicks and you're done. And once that's done, you'll see this here, which is awesome. So now that that is done, the next step is to create a collection and upload your first designs. And that happens on the listings page. So over here, this is pretty much where all the magic happens in MyDesigns. It may be a little bit overwhelming because there's so much you can do. But again, once you figure out the flow, it's going to change the game for you. So I'm just on the home listing here, which you'll land on too by default. So up here at the top, you'll see this. We'll make this a little more noticeable in the future, but click this. Pulls up your collection of folders in the cloud here. I'm going to actually search for one that I already have. I think it's digital product demo. I'm going to click that. You can just create folders basically however you see fit. So if it's a particular niche and you have different niches under that, you can just create different folders to store your designs in that you're going to sell as digital products. So I'm going to come in here and just create a new one. I'll call this boho, or no, let's do Highland cow. I'll just say test because that's what this is, because I already have done this before. And you'll want to use the default template here. This is built for Etsy specifically, so it has all the right requirements and limitations in place for your titles, descriptions, tags, all the different character limits and all that. So once you have the folder created, click add new folder. And you'll see it here. Obviously I have 0 designs uploaded, so it has 0 there. But click this Highland cow, or in your case, whatever you name your folder. Down here in the bottom right, you'll see open folder. So click that. Now you're on an empty listings page. This is great. The next step is you need to upload your designs. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to explain a few things here to make this simpler going forward. In MyDesigns, it's ridiculously powerful if you are using true SVG files. If you upload those to MyDesigns during the digital products publishing process, which we'll go over later in this video, we can convert that SVG to a PNG, PDF, EPS, DXF, and of course the PNG or the SVG file. So that way you cover all the most popular file types that the buyer on Etsy is likely looking for. Now PNG and SVG are some of the most popular types, but of course we can convert to all those other file types for you too. Now with that being said, let's go to upload. So you see here, upload in the top right. Click that, click upload files. And now you can either drag and drop your files right here, or just click this to open up the Windows dialog. And I do have a digital products folder. These are all SVGs. These are just testing purposes. I actually got them from Creative Fabrica just for the demo video. Now, if you're doing and selling SVGs, you need commercial licensing rights, so make sure that you are either creating them yourself or you have commercial licensing rights to sell those. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and open these and click Upload All. That'll take a few minutes, so when that's done, then we will resume. Alright, so these are almost done uploading. SVGs take a lot longer than PNGs to upload, something we will be improving. But we are creating the last listing here, and then we'll have all 8 of those uploaded to this particular folder in the MyDesigns cloud. From there, things will start to get really exciting. Alright, so everything's uploaded, as you can see here. I'm going to actually change the view, so to change it to grid view. That way we can look at these designs. You see it's just some simple Highland cows, SVGs, again, just for demo purposes. Let's go ahead now and select all 8 of these. So up in the top left, this is where you'll be able to select all your listings. You can select from a range. You can select a page, which there's 24 per page, or in this case, it's just 8. I'm just going to select all. And now I'm going to change the list view back. That way we can see the fields here. We got our title, description, and tags, which are required for Etsy. There's also a keyword field here. And you can take advantage of this. These are built into the template. And again, we're going to keep this video simple, so we won't go into the template. But this template that you select is already built for Etsy. It's perfect. So the next step is, real quick, I think what we're going to do first is generate mockups. This is an SVG file. My plan is to convert it to a PNG, PDF, EPS, and DXF file along with the SVG. And we'll sell that on Etsy. So before I create a mockup, I do, again, this might seem a little bit backwards, but I do want to add some keywords to the mockup itself. So under primary keyword, I could put Highland cow and then the file types in secondary, and then I can actually insert those fields into the mockup when I create it. So let's just go ahead and do that real quick. These are all Highland cows to keep it simple. I'm going to go to edit, by the way, actions, all actions, edit in bulk. That way I can edit all 8 of these listings at once. So let's go find that primary keyword field. And there's different actions like add to front, add to end, which again, add to front adds data to the front of a field, add to end adds it to the end. You can find and replace words, find and delete words, override an entire field with new data, or clear field just to remove the data from it. In our case, we'll go with overwrite. And again, we're going to do Highland cow. If I change this here, you can see that an actual preview here. So I'm going to hit apply to selected listings. Yes, update listings. And now you can see here we got that Highland cow keyword added to all these listings. Now let's go back to the secondary keyword and add the file types that we're going to sell. So back to all actions, edit in bulk. Change the field we want to edit to the secondary keyword. The action can be overwrite. And I'm going to do SVG, PNG, PDF, EPS, DXF. Basically the file types. And we can preview that here because that's where we're placing it. So everything looks good. Again, just apply to selected listings and yes, update listings. So there you have it. Another really cool feature we have is you can use bulk edit to add the name of the file to a field. Which if you're doing like a workflow where you're doing hundreds of listings, that's the way to do it. But again, this video is focused on more of the beginner-friendly stuff. So with that being said, under this keywords data set, you can see that everything's good. And by the way, the way I activated that across the entire collection is I clicked it. You can see I clicked that once. If I double click it, it makes it active across the whole collection. Anyway, let's move on to the next step of generating mockups. Now that we have that keyword data here, let's go to the mockup generator. This is amazing. And we're adding a ton of new mockups every week. So again, I have all 8 of these selected. Got mockups up here. I'm going to go create image mockup. And the first thing you want to do is go up to the categories. Move this to digital. Now, because this is an SVG file and you're selling it as a digital download, a lot of people will use it for like t-shirts, for mugs, for sublimation, for their Cricut machines, and or printing on posters. There's a whole bunch of different use cases. That's why the digital product space is so exciting. But with that being said, the reason I brought that up is you could use technically any of our mockups, like from clothing, which we have thousands of clothing mockups, wall art mockups, sticker mockups, drinkware, etc. But in this case, I'm keeping the video simple. I'm going to the digital products category here for the mockups. And we'll start with something really basic. I'd like to have something like this. This is a grit line digital mockup. You can see it's just kind of a white gritty line like background. And now let me explain how the mockup generator works because this might look a little overwhelming. The image slot is the file that you're going to feed the mockup generator. That's the input file. And the output file is where it's going to save your mockup. So we're going to put that in mockup 1, which that's an empty file slot, which I forgot to explain earlier. but your template that I told you to choose comes with all of these empty file slots here. Now, with that being said, we got secondary keyword and primary keyword. You can see down here primary keyword, secondary keyword. Like I mentioned earlier, for the primary keyword, I want that to be primary keyword. Secondary to be secondary. That way we could preview, you know, the Highland cow and then the file types that are available. Keep it really simple. Now, the primary color is going to be the background color here. I want the text color to be black and I want this to be white. So I'm going to click that color icon and change that. Now we could generate a preview real quick. So if everything looks good here, you can just click generate preview. It'll take a second and then we'll have a preview loaded. All right, so there's our preview. That looks quite good. One thing I would do if I went back is make the Highland cow all caps, but for the sake of this video, it's good. So I can go through and adjust this, you know, select multiple mockups here. But what I'm gonna do is just probably add 2 more to keep this simple because I wanna show you our multi-product mockup feature. So up here, see this multi-product, you can toggle that on. Now you can generate up to 10 mockups at a time per listing. So in this case, we have 8 listings. So technically, we could generate up to 80 mockups in literally less than 60 seconds. So 10 per listing. But in this case, we'll just do 3 per listing. So let's do, I think we'll go with this mug one. And again, primary, secondary, and just like 3 different colors. It's 4 of these. We need to improve the naming of this, but it's really basic. So let me show you. Primary color, I'm going to probably kind of stick to some of the general colors that are already here. This one can go over here. In the secondary, I'm not entirely sure what that is, so let's just generate a preview real quick and see what that looks like. Okay, so you can see that I actually have the mug color is blue. That needs to be white. I do like that the other color was also white, so what I will do is these 2, and I'll keep that one as the darker blue. So that's good. These are good to go, so we will run with that. Now let's go get one more. Let's do a t-shirt one as well. So you click this little checkbox, and you see up here I can rotate through the mockups I'm adding to this listing, or to these listings in bulk. So the last one, which is going to be right here, we need to adjust. Primary, again, the 3 different colors. So this one will keep the t-shirt white because this design is a dark color design. And let's go with this, and the last will be white as well. Again, we'll generate a preview. I do always recommend you generate a preview until you understand how this works. That way you can generate the mockups, or you make sure everything looks good before you go ahead and generate the mockups. All right, so there's our preview. Again, we could change the color of the shirt. We can change the color of this background here. We can also change the color of that arrow. But this looks good. It's good enough. So we got 3 different mockups. We're applying to all 8 of those listings. It'll be 24 mockups in total. And I think that's enough for now for this demonstration. So I'm going to click the Generate Mockups button and generate mockups. Now you can see we got all 24 mockups queued up. That'll take less than 60 seconds. It's going to store them in mockup 1, mockup 2, and mockup 3 per listing because those are the output file slots we chose in the mockups generator. So we'll give that just a second to wrap up and then we'll continue on. All right, so that is done. As you can see here, the mockups are populated. Let's change this back to grid view. And by the way, you can double click on file slots like I was showing you earlier to make them active. So you can see how quickly we just generated all these mockups, which is beautiful. Let's check this one out for the mug. That looks good too. Maybe I shouldn't have went white on the background here, but overall it still looks pretty good. Definitely good for this example. Let's check the last one here. Yeah, and everything looks good. So that's amazing. You see how easy you can generate really high quality mockups. Another thing that you can do I want to touch on is you can actually take PSD you can take Photoshop document files, follow our guidelines, and then upload them to the custom mockup system and actually render those in bulk to regenerate your mockup. So if you have custom mockups for your digital products, then that's one way to do it, which is absolutely incredible. Now let's move on. So we got our mockups. Last step is the design data, the listing data, the title, description, the tags. So you can go through and do this manually, of course. That's going to take way too long. You can also use bulk edit, go through and edit things in bulk. It's a lot better, especially if you're using generic descriptions across all these. There's a lot of things you can do to kind of basically go through these and add your listing data pretty quickly. But the most amazing thing of all is I'm going to take this mockup here and feed it into Vision AI. Vision AI is a really incredible feature of ours where it will scan this mockup, this design, and write a product listing for you for Etsy. So with that being said, we have all 8 of these selected. I'm going to go to Vision AI. Now the input file, it does not accept SVG input files. That's why I'm using the mockup, because this is a PNG or a JPEG here, but that should work. So we're going to select that mockup. That's the input file that Vision AI is going to scan and analyze. We're going to choose a category. You can see we have a bunch of different categories here. Let's change this to digital. The platform is Etsy. We're going to generate title, description, and tags. And then custom instructions. You can give it further instructions of basically what you want it to follow. I'm going to keep this simple and probably do something like this is a digital product available for instant download in various file types. We'll leave that out. Just available for instant download. Just so it has a little bit more understanding what this is. And again, this actually has SVG, PNG, PDF, EPS, and DXF on the mockup, so it might take that into account. So let's go ahead and generate listing data. Before I do, actually, because it already has the file types here, I'm not going to add it anywhere like at the end of this custom instructions. But if you didn't have that on your mockup, you might want to consider adding that in your custom instructions. So let's generate listing data. Yes, run Vision AI. Now it's generating our titles, descriptions, and tags in bulk for all 8 of these listings, which is incredible. We don't even need a keyword. We can just feed it a design. And again, on the Pro plan, this works for up to 48 listings at once. On the Pro Plus plan, up to 120 listings at once. You can see that that is already done. It's absolutely incredible. So let's just read through a few of these. Sometimes it's not going to be perfect. You might have to modify things because we're always improving Vision AI. There might be too many capital letters in a row, like things like that. Or your titles sometimes will be too long. But it looks like... yeah, it looks like in this case it's good. Like this isn't going to work through the Etsy API. It would if we went like, let me just show you like DXF, PNG, EPS, PDF. Basically it was lowercase. That because you can't have multiple letters like this. They're like all caps in a row. So we'll update a few of those if we see more of these real quick. I don't see any more. Oh, right here. We'll just get rid of those. Make this quicker. But anyway, let's go ahead. There's some more right here. And we'll just get rid of those as well. We're going to improve that, by the way. So by the time you're following this guide, that might already be updated. But yeah, this is great. So let's take a look at this. So just from feeding it this mock-up here, we got Highland Cow, SVG, cute animal clip art, farmhouse decor, digital download, rustic nursery art, printable wall art, instant download SVG. I mean, that's pretty good. Especially for doing this in bulk using AI, and it's always getting better. We're training on more and more data. Let's go ahead and look at some of these tags. So Highland Cow SVG, cute clip art, farmhouse decor, rustic nursery art, digital download, animal SVG, printable art, Insta SVG, crafting clip art, walled art decor, DIY project, cow illustration, farm animal SVG. Those are pretty good. Now, of course, you can always click. Let's say you didn't like one of these, like this DIY project. You can click it to remove it and just type any tag you want and hit enter to add it. Just so you understand how that works. Now let's expand the description here and just check this out real quick. So adorn your space with this charming Highland Cow digital artwork, perfect for creating farmhouse decor or rustic nursery themes. Instantly download this SVG, PNG, PDF, EPS, DXF file and use it for your crafting projects, wall art, or as a delightful addition to your digital art collection. Easy to print and excellent for DIY projects, this versatile image is a must-have for animal lovers and creative spirits alike. Remember, this is a digital product available for instant download. No physical item will be shipped. So our AI actually understands this is a digital product, and this description is quite good. Now, you don't have to use this description. You can create your own, because digital products, a lot of times your description is going to be the same. To create one really good description, you can just add it in bulk to your description field. But again, this is really, really good. And let's do one more. Highland Cow SVG, cute farm animal, clip art, instant download, digital file, do it, DIY, craft project, t-shirt design. You can see again, you can use this in different ways. But this is, yeah, this is great. So just like that, we are ready to go into the publishing process. So let's jump right into that. Okay, so if your data looks good, your titles, your descriptions, your tags look good, you have your mockups, and you have your files you're selling, you're ready to move into the publishing process. So as usual, you want to select all 8, go to Publish Listings. In this case, click the digital option. And this is the part you want to be careful about. If you already have pre-made zip files or bundles of products you're selling, you would choose Select Files to Sell and just you'd select the file slot that contains the files you're selling. Now, in this case, we want to use the Convert Files to various file types and sell. This beta feature, which is absolutely incredible. So as I stated earlier in the video, you can take this SVG file we uploaded, and MyDesigns will actually convert this to all the most popular file types that you select. So EPS, PNG, JPEG, PDF, DXF, etc. and create a zip file that's stored in the MyDesigns cloud, because you don't want to go do this one by one for all of your products. That would take forever for all your listings. But MyDesigns will do that for you. It'll create a zip file. It stores it in our cloud. It creates a PDF file that we assign to the listing on Etsy that your customer downloads, and that has a download button. They click it, and it downloads a zip file of all those converted files for them. Super smooth, super intuitive. So let's go ahead and get started. So click this option. Now, always on the input file, make sure you're selecting your SVG file. Or if you're doing PNGs, you can select that, and you can only convert it to a few file types. But if it's a true SVG, you can see you can convert it to these 6 different file types. Now, I'm not going to do JPEG. We already have PNG. So we'll go PNG, SVG, DXF, EPS, PDF. Because that's an SVG file, that's why all these options show up. If you don't see these options, you likely have an S or a PNG file. In fact, let's just move it to the mockup. This is a JPEG, so it doesn't support JPEGs. But if it's a PNG, you only have a few options there. So let's remove JPEG, and we will sell these. So let's go next step. This is really easy, by the way. You can choose your shop if you have multiple Etsy shops connected. On the Pro plan, you can have up to 3. On Pro Plus, you can have up to 10 different shops connected. Now you can choose your category. You can click into this and actually search. But I'll just go with the default category here, the drawing and illustrations, digital. Now let's go next. Now on this step, we can add a watermark if we want over our mockups. But I'm not going to. Basically, you can just put it in. It's a generic watermark, but it does apply it to all your mockups, which a lot of people like. I'm not going to do it, but that's how you do it if you do want to. Now, it automatically has all 3 of these mockups selected, as you can see here. If you had more, like 10 mockups in a video mockup, you could just select them. These are file slots. You can just select them and include that in your listings. But in this case, we generated 3 mockups, so we're going to use those per listing. So next step. Now, this is really important. This is where you map your data fields, your title, description, tags. It's automatically mapped, of course, as you can see here. And down here, it says we have no price because we didn't put that in ahead of time because I want to show you how you can do that during the publishing process. So you could do it on a one-by-one listing basis, like rotating through like this, and clicking X and adding the price, but that's just too time-consuming. So down here at the bottom, you have this little bulk edit at the bottom left. Click that. Now, bulk edit price. We go $195 for the price, and the quantity, we're going to add $999 because that's the max Etsy allows. And then click Apply Changes in Bulk. So that just applied it to all 8 of these listings. So you can see as we rotate through those, we've got the pricing and quantity added. So that's how you can do that really quickly. One more thing to note on this page is you can drag and drop your mockup order because I don't want this to be my primary mockup. This one right here I do. So the primary mockup's always going to be in the first position, so I can just click on it, hold in my mouse cursor, and then move it over. So now it's in this position. And again, you can move these however you see fit. So I'm going to do this mockup as 1, this one as 2, and this one as 3. And that looks good. So everything on this step looks good. Let's move to the next step. Now this is the last page. You basically can just preview your data, make sure everything looks good before you go ahead and click Publish up here. Again, if you also have multiple shops, you can change it here last second if you need. But let's go ahead and just scroll through and you can see everything looks good. Hopefully I didn't miss anything with, all caps, multiple 3-letter plus words that are all caps in the title. I don't think I did. We'll know right here. So we'll click Publish. Yeah, I did. In fact, that's probably a good thing that has happened. Now I can show you how to fix that. It gives you the listing ID. So I'm going to just double click that to highlight it and copy it. Go into Search and hit Enter. Whoops, I forgot. It requires the actual number there, which we'll fix. So we'll click that, and now we have the listing, and you can see, see this? Too many of these. Again, if these are lowercase, then it would work, but you just can't have a bunch of them in a row like that. So we'll just remove them to make this quick. And now let's remove that so we can see the full listings. So everything should be good. So let's go. I'm going to breeze through that one more time. Convert files to sell. We have the SVG file as the input file. I'm unchecking JPEG. I don't need that. Now let's go next step. We have the category, got the mockup selected. We're going to bulk edit the pricing here. Whoops, 1.95 and then 999 and apply. That's done. Looking awesome. Next step. Now again, you can preview everything, but everything looks good. Got the right shop. Click Publish. And there you have it. So now what's happening in the background is MyDesigns is taking that SVG file and converting it to all those file types, then adding it to a zip file and storing it in our cloud in your MyDesigns account, and then creating a PDF file that goes to each of these listings that your customer receives and that shows a download link. And I will show you that once this is done. You can see it's already almost done publishing to Etsy. All right, so that was quick. So those are published to Etsy. So the next step is to go over to our Etsy shop. So up here, I already have it open. I'm on my listings page on Etsy. I'm just going to refresh because everything goes into the draft folder. So I'm going to refresh this. And draft right here, you can see we have 8. So I click that. You can see a preview. These look great. So let's just open one of these up so you can see what it looks like. Kind of go over that. Got our title. The different mockups we selected right here. They look really good. And let's keep scrolling. Now here's the download.pdf. In fact, I'm going to download that so I can show it to you. Show you how that works. Got our description. Got our price, our quantity. The category we selected. All the tags. Again, all 13 used, which is what's great about Vision AI. It tries to maximize your ability to be seen in the search results. And it's set to manual renewal, but you can change that to automatic. But yeah, that is it. It's pretty amazing, right? So let's go ahead and show you that PDF now. So this is what it looks like. There's no branding on this. You don't want any branding. In the future, we'll actually allow you to add your own store branding and colors to this, like your logo and your colors. That way it makes it really easy. And also, we have some really powerful personalization features coming to digital products. We already have these available for print-on-demand products, but we're going to offer that for digital products too, and it's going to get really exciting. It's truly going to change the game. So if you get in and learn this now, you're going to have a huge advantage over other people selling digital products because your customers are going to be able to personalize them, and we'll convert it to all the file types, create a new zip file that they receive in a download very quickly and very easily. So let's click this download. Again, this takes you to the MyDesigns page. Again, no branding here. You can see the link here. And it gives you a zip file. So let's pull that up so you can see how this works. Because this was the name of the file when we uploaded, that's why it's 6. There's like 1 through 8 or whatever it was. But I can click on the PNG. You see that here. This is the EPS. Then you got the SVG files here and the DXF file. So everything is here. Again, if I open this is the SVG. Opens in Chrome, of course. You can see that this is great. So we have all those different converted file types. It's amazing. Now, I'm going to exit that. Go back to Etsy. Last step here. If you are looking to publish these, go to drafts, select all 8, and then you click the publish button. And then you click publish. In fact, I'll just do that real quick so you can see one of these on Etsy. See the whole process. You'll pay the Etsy fee. And now those are live on Etsy. So let's go to the store. Again, this is just a demo shop, by the way. And you can see all of these here. So if someone were to click this, I'm going to go unpublish these because these are not my SVGs. I don't have the rights to sell these if it's just for demo purposes. But I wanted to show you the whole process. You can see the mockups. People can add to cart. They get the PDF file. Got the description here. But you can see how easy that was. It's kind of a longer video. I went through all the simple steps you can go through. There's a lot more you can do, more advanced steps and processes to really maximize your workflow. Like selling digital tumbler wraps in bulk, using our AI generator and our canvas editor to create tumbler wraps, really high quality tumbler wraps, using our mockup generator to create the tapered version, non-tapered version, and all these other different types of digital products like wall art. There are endless possibilities of MyDesigns. This is just one process to show you kind of how you can take SVG files or PNG and go and create these digital products you sell on Etsy. So using our AI like Dream AI and Canvas, you can generate high quality images, vectorize them, go and sell them on Etsy as digital downloads, or just sell them straight up as a PNG file. I mean, there's endless options. So I hope you see the value in this video. You learned a lot. There's some amazing things coming to MyDesigns every week. I hope to see you there. And that's pretty much it for this video. I guess there's one more thing for me to cover. Let me go over to the orders page. So when you receive orders, you're going to have all of your orders populate into MyDesigns. These are all print-on-demand related orders and test orders for the most part, but I think we do have some digital product orders in here somewhere. I'm not going to go through it, but you can see right here, this is probably digital product, the profit, etc. you're getting off these. All your orders will import into the orders page, and that's where you can manage it. You click it and open it up. There's a lot you can do with that. But that is it for this video. If you found it helpful, let me know by leaving a comment below. And we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.